Hey folks, lyarri here. Today we're going to be reacting to Dunkey's Anti-E3 2022 by Video Game Dunkey. I have my Dunkey merch here, official, the Bowser Bean Burrito hat. Pretty professional. I'm ready. Let's go.
Video game industry? No. Nuh-uh. Nope. Video games, you just pissed me off. This
Oh
year's
no.
E3 was a goddamn joke, and everyone involved, fuck you. This was the most sellout, embarrassing bullshit I have ever witnessed.
Let's check out.
Let's not. The Rock
But I
is
like
worth
Slime Rancher,
$320
too.
million. Why is he on here advertising an energy drink before they run a commercial for his movie during a video game expo?
I actually didn't have the opportunity to watch Summer Games Fest, so I don't really know too much about this.
Check this out. An iPhone. Whoa.
Why are Twitch streamers on here pretending like they care about video games?
There were like games in GameCube that were like this.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of, what does it remind me of? It reminds me of those like old school GameCube games.
You don't play no games. Go talk about Johnny Depp's trial or some shit. The only Twitch streamer that plays games is Pete Dorr. He wasn't even on there.
I've been playing platformers pretty much every day for the past few years. I love Jump King. I love other platformers. Jump King is really good. And I always...
The
Yikes.
Last of Us multiplayer, they showed one concept image. This was one of the highlights of the show. They're remaking Resident Evil 4. Doesn't really need a remake. They're remaking Last of Us 1. Definitely doesn't need a remake.
I'm Yasuhiro Anpo, director of Resident Evil 4.
And I'm Yoshiaki Hirabayashi, producer of Resident Evil 4. This title is a reimagining of Resident Evil 4, based on the original 2005 release of Resident Evil 4. Let's
Oh my
take a
God.
closer look at Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4.
The over-the-shoulder camera returns, of course. Look forward to future announcements.
That's it? The other big remake is Knights of the Old Republic. Now, this game is old. Older than you
Yeah.
remember. People who played this back on the original Xbox still consider it to be one of the best Star Wars games, and it's mostly because it has HK-47, who is a funnier character than they've ever had before in Star Wars.
True.
There's also Star Wars Eclipse from the guys who made Heavy Rain.
Your vast experience hasn't prevented 8 victims from being murdered. Fucking asshole!
This studio is great at making unintentional comedies, and I do not understand how they got the Star Wars license. It's
Yeah.
kind of like if they let Tetsuya Nomura make a Disney game.
Especially like the game that they're making is like super like based on like the publicity and like headlines that I read about it. It's like very like what's the word? They're trying to do a lot with it that they're not really used to, and I know they're having issues hiring because of the dude's like allegations that are pretty bad. I don't know too much about Quantic Dream. I haven't really played any of their games, but yeah, that I feel like that game's gonna take forever to get released. The KOTOR remake seems interesting though.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, listen, I've just played through every single Kingdom Hearts game. I started when I was a kid, didn't play since like 358 over 2 days, and I finally played through all of them, and then I finished KH3 literally like 5 days ago. Probably should have streamed it, but anyways, I'm actually excited for this game. I'm too much of a fan.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
This is so cool to me.
Oh no.
Sorry,
I'm
Dunkey.
actually gonna play this. In the 90s,
Okay, good.
Square was famous for its dedication to storytelling in video games. Today, Square Enix is famous for its dedication to the worst storytelling in video games. Chaos Man was so dumb it was funny. Octopath was soulless. Final Fantasy 15, you had to watch a movie to
What, 14 though?
get the story. Dragon Quest. Well, I like Dragon
Yeah.
Quest. Final Fantasy VII Remake took a story that actually worked and butchered it. Square Enix is so creative, they named their studio Creative Business Unit 3.
I actually need to play more of the other Square Enix games. I only really play FF14 and like I literally my brain just Kingdom Hearts.
And yet, even by the abysmally low standards of Square Enix, Kingdom Hearts 3 stands alone as one of the most incompetently written video games ever created. And this is why I have to play Kingdom Hearts 4.
I disagree. Okay, whatever, I'll let him continue.
For the funniness of it all.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts 3 doesn't like okay, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 angles a little too hard into not taking itself seriously and just like doing like things to so you feel things basically. But and like it has issues with how like sometimes it like a few of the worlds are like a little like long and like pointless. Like the Frozen world is like something people note a lot, but it was really fun. And like dude, like, I don't know, I really liked it. I like Aqua.
Which one is the one with Sephiroth?
Hi, everyone. In 2019, Modern Warfare changed everything.
Name one thing Modern Warfare changed.
You know, and Gaz first.
We're on Steam, as you know. I mean,
Call of Duty games are still
Good
good for
edit.
2 weeks of trashy multiplayer fun, but the campaigns are so fucking pathetic, so outdated. I don't know why they show this. It looks like shit.
I am so excited to play this.
Capcom.
It does look like every single player trailer based on the 3-second clip, but in like I've seen in like the past 10 years, nothing new. I don't really play Call of Duty much though, so.
Changed the logo for Street Fighter 6 because everyone made fun of the old one. This game has the great misfortune of following up Street Fighter 5, which launched without an arcade mode. The netcode is still shitty, the AI is too easy on normal mode, the bosses are too hard on hard mode, there's a lot of visual bugs, long load times, they put ads before the matches, and they played it very safe with the gameplay. Street Fighter 6 looks like a pretty dramatic shift for the franchise, but
cool.
as much as I love Street Fighter, that last game was such a slap in the face to the fans that it's hard to get excited. Capcom really has to redeem themselves on this one.
I played Street Fighter 4 quite a bit. Like I was never like really good at any fighting game, but I was really into the idea of getting good at them. I played a lot of Street Fighter 4, and like around Street Fighter 5 release, like it literally completely killed my interest. I haven't really touched many fighting games since. But I'm one of those people who like the Street Fighter 6 open world thingy. Even if it's like the most basic, boring open world ever, I might play it just for that.
What is a Stormgate, though?
How the fuck would
It's just cool.
I know?
So
Like,
we
yeah.
actually copied Ori and the Blind
Sorry.
Forest because that game sold
Ad
really well.
pops.
That's good because you just do something that somebody else does.
Yeah.
They did a really good job with their creativity and taking a jump off the, creative ledge.
Jump into the next game. It's from Neo Interactive, and it's called Samurai Zero.
You mean Katana Zero?
That's a good game.
Oh, it actually is called that. What the fuck? They showed a billion indie games. There was a show called The Wholesome Direct, and the highlight of that show is when Leo
love their
called it
hair.
The Loathsome Direct. Last year there was 9 soup-type games. This year there are 200 frog-type games. Frog Sword, Frog Song, Ball Frog, Time on Frog Island, Here Comes Froggy, Frog RPG, Star Frog, Fancy Frog, Skate Frog, Frog Gun.
In Frog Gun, your grappling gun is a frog.
Devolver.
They're clearly all copying Frog Detective, which is the best game trilogy ever. Eagerly awaiting Frog Detective 3. God bless. He's back there. Yeah.
First presentation again tried its hardest to take attention away from their games and place it on themselves. Double Fine's event actually highlighted some of the more promising indie titles. The two that caught my eye were Shim, where you jump from shadow to shadow, and Animal Well. Every game at E3 is trying to be cute and loud. These games look like they actually might be fun. Everyone thought Rockstar would show their next game. They didn't, but Rocksteady did. It's been 7 years since Arkham Knight, and these guys are finally back with Left 4 Dead Shark, where you have to kill Superman. The thing with co-op is that the game is no longer a $60 buy-in, it's a $240 buy-in. Last year, It Takes Two had this great setup where only one person had to actually own the game, and the game was incredible. If Xbox is smart, they'll put this thing on Game Pass. That is a perfect match.
Anything else you want to add?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alan Wake 2? No way this is real. There are only 2 human beings that have ever played the game Alan Wake. Me and my friend Woa. If anybody else says they played Alan Wake, they are lying to you. Making Alan Wake 2 is like if for some reason they decided to make a Knack 2. The big Sony
played it for an
news is
hour.
that they are slowly bringing all of their major titles to the PC. Uncharted, God of War, Death Stranding, Horizon, and now Spider-Man and The Last of Us. I'm very happy for PC-only gamers that can finally get at some of these incredible games.
I literally bought a PS5 just for Spider-Man, and I'm not even annoyed that like I had a PlayStation since PS2, and I'm not even annoyed it's coming to PC because I enjoyed it so fucking much. Also, Miles Morales, so good.
and also Days Gone. The Persona series is coming to Xbox, but not Nintendo. But don't
I
worry,
need to play
Nintendo
this.
fans, you guys get Xenoblade 3.
And that.
You poor bastards.
Monkey to Luffy.
He's called Banjo-Kazooie, you idiot. God of War looks amazing. It's still slated to come out this year. Probably won't, but when it does, there ain't no way it's gonna be able to match up against this next game. Sonic Frontier. The second I heard open world Sonic,
I haven't let myself watch any of the gameplay footage because, like, I know it's just gonna make me sad.
I envisioned one of the greatest comedy masterpieces of all time. Looking at the gameplay, I am very disappointed that Sonic is not constantly clipping through the terrain. I did not think they would be able to get that part right. A couple months ago, Yuji Naka, the director of Balan Wonderworld, spoke out saying he was removed as the game's director halfway through development, and then Square Enix shoved the game out the door unfinished. So far, I'm not seeing any farmers or dancing sequences in Sonic, which is a shame, but the developers have clarified that this is not actually an open world game. No. Sonic Frontiers is an open zone game.
Oh.
It's very Strand-like in that sense.
Now, I'm excited to announce a special partnership between Xbox Game Studios and one of the greatest creative minds and innovators in our industry.
これから、Xbox ゲーム
Thank you, Kojima-san. We're thrilled to have Kojima Productions.
Meanwhile,
I watched that one live. That was basically how it went, yeah.
at Jeff Keighley's house, they held the Dead Space event, where every game shown was the game Dead Space. Here's a new Dead Space. That's the...
If you ever want to see me, like, start screaming and completely terrified, just have me play any horror game. I can't do it.
Callisto Protocol, my bad. Now this is the actual Dead Space, right? Yeah, see? But then this came on, and I was like, is this really another Dead Space?
That's something brand new.
We want this to feel like Dead Space.
And my favorite, the most anticipated open world RPG of the last 20 years.
Zelda. Oh. Starfield was the big reveal of this year's E3. Turns out it's actually No Man's Sky, but with shooting. But the shooting is really sluggish and wonky looking. But there's 1,000 planets.
The concept behind this game is exciting. It's something that really taps into your imagination. Flying out into space and exploring the universe, learning about different societies and ecosystems. However, Bethesda was already struggling to keep up with modern standards 7 years ago when Fallout 4 came out, and now with games like Elden Ring, Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Red Dead 2, Sonic Frontiers, these huge games pushing the limits of scope and polish, I don't see how Bethesda could possibly meet this new, much higher standard with Microsoft spending the entire budget on Blizzard. I would love to be wrong, but the last super ambitious open world Western RPG was Cyberpunk 2077. Back to you, Jeff Keighley.
Next, it's time for a new look at Honkai Star Rail, an upcoming open-world space RPG. Yeah, a lot of space today.
Okay, that was a really good Dunkey video. I really like the bits he went for, especially the Sonic Frontiers thing had me rolling, because I was expecting him to, like, trash the game or something. But he went, like, a very different route that I wasn't really expecting. I do indeed play games, including but not limited to Balan Wonderworld, The Last Guardian, Knack, and everyone's most anticipated game of 2022, Sonic Frontiers. Listen, there's like probably a 30% chance that I somehow convince myself to buy that on release and play it on stream. We'll see. Another incredible year for gaming. Lots of original ideas. Never felt like I played any of these before. That is to say, there is a grand total of 2 games I'm kind of looking forward to releasing in the next 12 months. 1 AA title, AAA, and 1 indie. Very exciting time. I will say, like, maybe I just get overly excited about games, but, like, there's stuff like Stray and stuff, too, that Dunkey didn't mention that I'm kind of interested in. Yeah. I do know, like, this Games Fest and like these are all about mostly games that were already announced, and there weren't really like any cool new exciting announcements. And a lot of these games, like, they've been delayed because of COVID and other stuff, I guess. I know, like, there's a lot of hiring issues that a lot of developers face. But it kind of kills the hype to a degree, I guess. It makes sense why a lot of folks aren't like excited for a lot of stuff. We actually copied Ori and the Blind Forest because it sold really well. Same. Honestly, the only reason I hope that E3 never stops is so that Dunkey never stops making these E3 videos. I really like E3 content. I think it's so fun to like talk about it and play off of it. Um, Space, the final frontier. Yes. Yeah, I see what like, yeah, because like it probably like I haven't looked at the gameplay footage, but I imagine how their open world is. It's like very segmented and stuff. I imagine Sonic need to like actually make it feel like a world, and it feels more like separate zones all like put together. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't really know anything. Or oh, I guess they're talking about Death Stranding. And I'm so confused. Oh, okay. I don't understand that. I'm not even gonna read it because I don't understand what's happening there. I've only played an hour of Death Stranding. I need to play more. Oh yeah, this is very true. No matter how good or bad Sonic Frontiers ends up being, I think most people can agree that getting Ian Flynn, the writer of the comics, to write the story for the game is the best decision they made during its development thus far. I don't know too much. I'm not like a hyper Sonic fan. I think like based on what I've heard about Ian Flynn and what he does with the Sonic concept and the fact that Sega is willing to do that, that's actually really cool. I like that. Hope the game like isn't awful though. Gex, this feels like Dead Space Night at Jeff Keighl's house. True. Alright. Dunkey was really creative by unleashing his creativity on this one. True. This was a great Dunkey video. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you folks have a great rest of your day. Bye. Hey folks, lyarri here. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe to me on YouTube, on Twitch, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.